How long to take in the enormity of your loss, to sit by the side of a dead child and realize you can't follow. These were the scenes in the aftermath of heavy Israeli strikes in Rafah in the early hours. More than 60 people killed, according to Palestinian officials in Gaza. He was born a month and a half ago, says Sayed Al-Hams, of the baby in his arms. The airstrikes, more than a dozen according to witnesses, came as Israeli special forces said they staged a hostage rescue, releasing footage of Israeli troops storming a building and driving away with the two captives in an armored vehicle. In Israel, there were open arms waiting for Fernando Marman and Louis Har, both abducted from kibbutz Nir Yitzhak during the Hamas attacks inside Israel on October 7th.
A lot of tears, hugs, not many words.
Har's son-in-law wants his government to negotiate a deal with Hamas for the remaining hostages, believed to number more than 100.
Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. We want it done as soon as possible.
Last November, 81 hostages were released, most of them Israeli, during a 5-day truce, when 180 Palestinians were also released from Israeli jails. But Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insists Hamas only understands force. He's threatening a ground invasion against Hamas militants in Rafah, where more than 1 million people now shelter. Israeli allies are pressuring Netanyahu to change course.
We want Israel to stop and think very seriously before it takes any further action. But above all, what we want is an immediate pause in the fighting, and we want that pause to lead to a ceasefire.
The European Union's foreign policy chief went further.
So if the international community believes that this is a slaughter, that too many people are being killed, maybe they have to think about the provision of arms.
In Gaza, people who have already lost everything, including faith in a watching world, were bracing for more. Margaret Evans, CBC News, London.
Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister is also expressing concern over the possibility of that Israeli ground invasion in Rafah.
The operation would be devastating and is devastating to Palestinians and all those seeking refuge, including foreign nationals.
Mélanie Joly also repeated calls for a sustainable ceasefire, a deal to get hostages out, and more humanitarian aid into Gaza. Joly also announced she'll be in Washington Tuesday. We'll discuss the war with the U.S. Secretary of State and her Jordanian counterpart.